All right, welcome back to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We are back. Dom, how's your hearing going? How did you get it tuned back up? Like, where are we at?
Oh, I probably actually I need to change the batteries. I Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Do you have to charge them?
I don't charge them. You have to change the batteries on them. Mine are not rechargeable. Actually, like anything that's rechargeable ultimately dies. So then
Right,
they will
because
get replaced quicker. So mine are not rechargeable and I cannot adjust them on my own. So I have to physically go into the office tomorrow. I need to make a note tonight of a list of things that I need to do and I need to call because I went last week to get them adjusted. They were too loud. Then he adjusted them again after that. And now it's it just needs to be slightly higher and a little clearer. So I'm still struggling. I've been struggling all retrograde. I want to cry. I want to die. I don't want to die, God, in a literal sense. But
it's
if you want
fake.
to start the rapture, I'm okay with that.
As long as it matches
Um,
you, though.
I but I don't want to seem ungrateful for life. I am very grateful for life, but it has been a tough few weeks mentally, and I just want to say that and scream. My dog has been putting me through the ringer as well. So she's been sick and off and on for like 2 weeks. The other night she threw up on me. Y'all, what about me? What about what's best for me? What about how I feel? And that is from Dream Girls. And yeah, your girl is over here struggling. I'm struggling and today is a better day than yesterday. I can say that. But I'm literally taking things a second at a time.
Okay. Look,
Yes.
we are hoping and praying, everything will be all right for your hearing.
Yes. My life, my hearing, everything, my body, just pray for me, pray for peace of mind, clarity, and I'm being an Aquarius and I am living in my head right now. And for the people that are not Aquariuses and y'all don't understand what that means, that means we are extra hard on ourselves. We are overthinkers because we want things to be so much greater and better. That is all.
Oh, man, let's jump. Let's start it kind of funny and light. This Houston Mocha Fest, yo, that I sent you, that I got. It's like Freaknik on crack. Now I've heard about
Oh,
this also. So shout out to Pig, Jason Pig. He was like trying to invite us to the Mocha Fest, trying to get all the fellas do the Mocha Fest. It's a cruise or like a thing in Jamaica. I thought it was just a black kicking it event. I did not know that. I didn't know until I saw this video. He talked about like a year ago. He's like, "Yo, it goes down." I'm like, "All right, let's go kick it, do whatever, maybe." Now I see like the stateside version.
do
I
you
can
want
imagine.
your deposit back?
I No, we didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Okay.
But I can imagine that the Jamaican version is Hedonism 3.
Oh yes. You telling me that the bro? Okay, so when you sent me this, I feel like
I
I
cannot even play it for people that want to see it.
yeah, we
It's
can't play it.
no. So it's
Um,
dudes getting head, women getting head by other women, and just in the middle of a party. So like you getting a drink at the bar, somebody getting head right next to you while you getting a tequila sunrise.
yeah, it was
Your drink
when
right there,
okay.
John.
So when you sent me
Somebody was
this,
getting head right next to you while you getting that drink.
I just knew when you sent it to me. I was like, okay, I kind of saw something about it on my Twitter feed, but then I wasn't 110% sure, right? So I click it and it's already like a warning. like And then I saw what was happening. I was like, okay, grinding, drinking. And then I saw it. And then I'm just like, COVID.
So there's two girls giving a man fellatio. I'm like, and it was like they traded off, and then the one girl's like slammed the other girl's head. It was literally a porno at the club.
It really was. And so what's weird about the girl with the blonde hair, from the back of her head, no shade, she seemed like a much older woman.
100% she was.
She was?
Yeah, I gotta be.
Got it, because it was something about her giving me like closer to our parents' age.
I won't say that old. I'll say in between.
Okay.
I'm thinking like late 40s.
Okay. But I knew she was older than us. I was like, there's something that's giving older, and that's no diss, but
you had Mocha Fest, Houston. And I didn't even know it was like this. They kicking, and the thing is, though, is that the DJ's doing his thing and on the mic, and then they keep panning around, and then you see a dude getting hit. Then you see a girl eating out another girl.
You saw a dude munching on a girl.
That was a girl. That was a girl on girl.
No, there's one where the dude is like kind of munching, but he don't have.
Oh yeah. In between her bikini. Yeah.
Niggas, like
First of all, that shouldn't be look, I'm not saying nobody shouldn't do whatever they do, like kick it like that. There should be a no phone policy though, if you're going to be doing that.
I'm just confused because I just feel like and I don't. It's so many things to say.
Look,
because
yo,
you don't want to sex shame, right? So I'm not trying to.
That's what I'm saying. Not sex shaming. I just don't think that you should be recording it.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like there are some events, just like it's Soho House or something, it's no phones, and you can keep your phone on you, but it's like in a pouch that's locked. And as you leave,
now at the Soho House in Chicago, I was just there 2 weeks ago in Chicago. Amazing experience.
Yeah, Soho House is great. It don't be no shit like that.
No.
Soho House is pretty much you go for everybody. I want everybody knows Soho House is like a social club.
Yeah, it's a members only situation. If you got to be with somebody that has
a social club. It's no phones. A lot of high profile people come through, so this also protects their privacy.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few restaurants like that out here where you also cannot have phones. So like the Nice Guy is one of them. Delilah is one of them.
So question for you though, Dom, with that. Remember when Tristan Thompson got jammed up in New York? It was at the Soho. So how did he get jammed up if you can't use phones?
Somebody probably still snuck their phone out because Soho House, they don't give you something to put your phone in.
Right. They just like don't be just pulling it out. Like
don't be pulling it out. And I mean, and people still be pulling it out. Like if you I've been in not the private rooms, but it's like, okay, so within Soho House, there's like different rooms. So like they'll have parties or like comedy shows there. So we've like filmed there. Or if somebody go out on a balcony, but if you like in the open space, nobody be having a phone out. At least to my knowledge, at least not in my crew.
Or not recording. Like I've seen people like when I was in the one in Chicago, people like may text somebody or like, hey, we over in the other bar on the second floor,
Yeah,
whatever.
It might be something like that, but and that's mainly if security does not see you. And so that means security hasn't seen you because security will definitely come up to you and tell you to put your phone away.
Yeah.
So I just
question for you, Dom. You're getting your drink right there, and you with your girls, y'all at the bar giggling, doing your thing. And then you wait, and you know how you wait at the bar for your drink to get made, and you just turn around and you see this dude named Dante getting head like right next to you, maybe let's say 7 feet away from you. What is your thing? Well, like, where do you go?
The white woman in me is appalled. I'm appalled, but the nigga in me is going to watch for a second and then realize that I'm probably
But it's out in the open. It's not like it's in the corner you're watching.
Yeah,
It's
no,
in
no,
the
no,
middle.
no, no. Yeah, the white woman in me is definitely appalled. The nigga in me is gonna watch for a couple seconds, and then the real me is gonna leave because this is ghetto. Because I'm like, I won't. Y'all not gonna have my picture. You got STL on fire coming through taking the picture,
You in the
and then
background.
y'all see me. No, the fuck you not. I'm out. I'm out. And I've never seen anything like that. Now I've seen like heavy make-out hunching sessions, like
Yeah, I've
at
seen
the
that.
bar we
We've
go
seen that a
to.
whole bunch of times at random clubs and
Right.
bars.
Like the bar we go to, and they were not with us because when we throw events there, it's still open to the public. It's not like it's a private event. So it be the white people, and the white woman still in me be like, you bumping and grinding. Go get fucked. Like go to the bathroom or go to your car or something, because somebody else could be sitting there. Mainly me. My feet hurt. So I don't know. Like it's. I just want so much more for us. Like I'm with you on the no phone thing. You know what I mean? Like if it's gonna get wild and raunchy, I'd rather just hear stories than to physically have to see
Exactly.
it. And that kind of
It's
makes
something
it
good
a little
about a
more appealing
story.
too. It's like us an allure to it.
Yeah, it's something about a story where you like, yo, dude, we was here. I ain't got no video, I ain't got no pictures, but I want to tell. I like hearing stories that I can just visualize it in my head, and I don't need the video.
Yeah,
It's something cool about it, like hearing the
it
story, because you
is.
make up your own mind how it plays. It's like reading a book where you make up how the characters look, how they moving around.
Right, right. And I don't know if that is, and you got to be a good storyteller too. Don't
That's
be
true.
telling us bits and pieces. You got to be a really good storyteller to be able to do something like that. Because I think about
Because you got to describe to people with you, like I want my boy Tony and my boy Chris. We sitting there, I'm standing over in the corner. He got on a motherfucking Burberry suit. I don't know why this nigga wore this. And then you just it's like it gives you the visual of like what you're experiencing.
right, because I immediately was like, well, it's not like it's a checker suit. It's just a really nice, expensive suit. But y'all like, well, where y'all going?
And I told him not to
So
wear it. You got to put in
right,
like your
you
input
told
of
him
like, I
not to
told him not to
wear.
wear it. I told him not to wear it.
But you know, okay, so like I tell a lot of people, you know, a lot of the stories, like a lot of things that I've encountered in LA is just really random nights. Like those are some of the best nights, right?
Yes.
Nobody, you might get a picture before shit starts to pop off, or in the middle of a pop off, you might got like a Snapchat story. And that's when we was on Snapchat kind of heavy, and you kind of trying to piece together what the
What
fuck
happened?
happened because you woke up and you don't
And
remember.
Snapchat would help you out to figure out what happened with your night.
Yeah, so I think I was telling y'all about the
Mm-hmm.
taco being in my bed. Had it not been for Snapchat, I might not have pieced together what happened because I did a Snapchat story at the taco truck. I clearly went to the taco truck because I had a taco in my bed, but I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, what was I doing? How did I get fucked up to this point? And I was at the bar up the street. Turned.
So question for you, Dom. Is Mocha Fest trying to become the new Freaknik? With this, is this good promotion for them, or is this bad promotion, or because you know the next Mocha Fest,
It's gonna be popping.
oh, it's going, and the thing is, there's gonna be a whole bunch of hard legs too.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna
I
be,
still
look,
wouldn't go because it wouldn't be the niggas there that I fuck with,
no, no,
right?
no, and I'm advising women right now, don't show up to the next Mocha Fest because it's gonna be a gang of hard legs and it's gonna be a lot of sexual harassment.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
yeah. If you ain't trying to go and just really be free, don't go.
If you're not cool with getting your ass grabbed at least 115 times
Yep, I
that
wouldn't
night,
go.
don't even keep your ass close to the wall because they're gonna grab your coochie. So it's
Yep.
like they're gonna grab something
Yeah, and it seemed like
because niggas are savages.
because it was like a pool party, clearly because girls had on swimsuits.
Yeah.
Um, So, but if you trying to get just you only in town for the night, like you trying to kick it, turn the fuck up. But if you trying to go and find a husband, I'm not saying that you can't, but I would be very leery. And
So
that's
it
fucked
makes me think
up.
about like all those like parties, like we just missed, well, I just missed out on, you didn't, because you younger, that like those 90s parties. I don't know if you remember like the big Grafton parties used to be in St. Louis. Did you hear about those? The
The
big
Grafton
graft. It was a
sounds so
Grafton,
familiar. That sounds so familiar.
Riverport, not Riverport, Raging Rivers. These
Okay.
were the big parties they used to do there in the late 90s, early 2000s. And like I was either in school or like I was too young to even go to them. And they say it's be crazy. Like, and I'm imagining, I don't think it was Mocha Fest because that was egregious what was going on
Yeah,
there.
and
I
Raging
don't think nobody was
Rivers.
getting head standing there next
Yeah,
to the
no, it
DJ.
wasn't. It was probably more so twerking and
Yeah,
percolating
yeah.
because
And maybe a nip slip. And maybe a nip
yeah,
slip. And somebody was like, hey man, I saw back then you saw one nip slip. It was everything for those 50 dudes around there that saw the nip slip.
yeah,
Now we getting head at the,
yeah.
at the pool party.
Niggas. I don't know, like part of me, like what's weird is that okay, because like you said, if this was Jamaica, we wouldn't be shocked or surprised.
Because it's
But
heat in
because
Houston.
it's
It's crazy.
stateside,
In Houston at the fucking regular Four Seasons.
but then oh, this was at the Four Seasons. Oh
No, no,
shit.
no. I'm just putting up. I don't know what
Oh, I
hotel it
was
was.
like, I'm spilling whiskey on this.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just putting up saying a random hotel in Houston.
So okay. You know what it really is? It's just like, okay, ratchet me was like, okay, get it in, have fun. Cause there's still a little rat in me left, right? Like I could do one more to the Reshay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Look. Game is the
but
game.
you know, but also Americans we be so prude. Like we be so prude when it comes to like sexuality just in general. And so I feel like shit like this technically could happen like in France or Spain. Like, you know, like a lot of them places have nude beaches, but it's not like if somebody is recording illicit activity happening. Like, I feel like there's a code of conduct. And
Yes.
what I mean by that is
People pay to go to live sex shows in Europe.
yeah. Oh, I went to Crazy Horse. We sure did.
Oh, you saw a live sex show?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't sex, but it was full frontal nudity, but and
No,
it
I'm
was
sure you
dancing.
actually pay to see people fuck in New
Yeah,
York.
I can see that. Yeah. Now, do I know where to go see these shows? No. But would I like to go? Absolutely. Would I, if dared, and if it were possible, in the red light district in Amsterdam, if I could be in a window just dancing and being cute and sexy, if dared, and if it were possible, I'd totally do it.
But somebody's gonna come up to try to come up to your window. That's the problem.
That's cool, but I'd be like, drive a roll up the partition, and then the window, like the thing, just come up. The partition goes up, but I ain't fucking nobody. But I'm just trying to be a tease because I told y'all I like being a tease. So, just saying.
Yeah, Mocha Fest, man. Look, you look. The next Mocha Fest is gonna be off the chain. 2024 in Houston. That's supposed to be. Like I said, supposed to be one in Jamaica. They do too. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's just still so. I was not expecting that. Like I thought, like a little bump and grind, almost semi fucking. But I was just like, wow, thine eyes don't deceive it me.
that hit, like I'm saying, dude getting hit, then a dude trying to eat a girl out, then two girl on girls. It was just
So crazy. That's so crazy.
all I need to see is somebody fucking next. I thought that was gonna be the end of the thing. Of somebody.
Me too. Me too. I was like, oh my God, this is just going. It's went from okay, indecent to bad to worse, and then when it ended, I was like, oh, them niggas didn't fuck. Okay, cool.
So hold on, because your inhibitions that went down, not inhibitions, your expectation went down. He's like, are we leading up to actually fucking? All right, mentioning some more fuckery. Brian McKnight has decided that he doesn't have any other children and has named his new son Brian McKnight Jr. or the second, as well as he has another son named Brian McKnight Jr.
Okay.
Second.
So before people talk
And act
shit,
like he didn't have any other kids. That he didn't have
okay.
any.
So we're gonna stay here for a second.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna let y'all in. So my mom's name is Jennifer. She was named after my great grandmother, Grandma Jenny, that I had the opportunity to meet my great grandmother in the 90s. She lived to be like 104, I believe.
Oh,
yes.
snap. Okay.
Yes. And Mississippi, Columbus, Mississippi. But so my mom's name is Jennifer, named after my great grandmother. Y'all, I have an aunt that's in England. Her name is Jennifer as well. I have never met my aunt in England. I've only spoken to her on the phone.
Oh, so this is your mom's sister,
This is my mom's older sister named Jennifer.
And I'm assuming they have two different mothers.
They have two different mothers. Jennifer in London, her mom is white, and yeah.
Is she British? Your mom British?
No, my mom is not British. What?
No.
Oh
I'm talking about the mom for the other Jennifer.
Yes, my aunt is British. I don't know if she's still. I hope that she's still alive because I want to try to like go meet her in person. Lucretia has met her once in the 80s, right when she was studying abroad in London, and then my mom unfortunately passed when she got back.
Did she come to your mother's funeral?
No. I don't know, but I would assume no.
Yeah. So
because my mom passed, it was so sudden. It wasn't like my mom was sick.
So she's older than your mom. So how old is she? Probably now, like late 60s, maybe.
Jennifer would have to be older than that. I'm gonna say 70s. Because this is from when my grandpa was stationed over there in the war.
Oh shit! This is World War II.
I don't know if it was. It wasn't Vietnam.
It's got to be World War II then.
Yeah. So that's yeah.
Wow. So she's like real light skin or like what is?
She look like a white woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Is your grandfather light skin?
No.
That ain't his kid then.
You know, genes do weird things.
But you said she's like a white woman though. Is he dark skinned?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say dark. I could send you a picture of my grandpa. But so when I saw that, I was like,
I know about this.
Memory unlocked.
Wow.
And then so I will say this, y'all, before we get back into Brian Big Shad, because like I was like, okay, so I asked mom, I was okay, so what was Granny thinking, knowing that grandpa already had a kid named Jennifer? Why would she do that? But it's it was a very tumultuous relationship. And I think it's created some sort of generational trauma in me, low key. So it's a whole nother thing. But she was like, I don't recall like Penny really even kind of tripping off of it. So, but yeah, I was like, that's really weird. And that's kind of like, I guess like, oh, but that don't really count. Cause it's not stateside. Niggas.
Wow. So that was before he was with your grandmother?
Yeah, so he had Jennifer Kemp, which is my aunt in London, in England. This is before my mom was born. Yeah. And then when he came home, he ended up getting with my aunt. I mean my granny. Whew, I said that's weird. My granny, and then they had 3 kids together. One is possibly a maybe, according to somebody else, but my grandpa was a G.
Look, if you went to war, I'll give you all kind of passes.
My grandpa is like, it's funny because like my grandpa would help my granny out with like one of her other kids. My granny had like 5 kids, and so like my I have an uncle that I don't really like, who's still living, I don't really fuck with, because we was fist fighting that one time I was telling you,
Yes.
you know. And so he used to give my granny like child support for him, and that wasn't his kid. And he would just help her out just to look out, and help. And so he was like, I remember this, I'll never forget this. My grandpa was like, yeah, that Peppy, he's something else. He got a mouth on him, he hard-headed, he don't listen. And one time he was at my barbershop and I told him to stop doing something. And he said, I ain't gotta listen to you. You ain't my daddy. And he said, you're right. And I never gave your granny another dime for that nigga. I was like, oh, that's when I knew. That's when I knew. When my grandpa told me that, I already knew what my next journey in life would be. It will be to fight.
Hey, that's ill.
I miss my grandpa, man. We used to go to Hardee's. Okay, anyway, I ain't about to cry on this show.
Yeah. No. Let's talk about your boy Brian McKnight.
Nigga, Brian McKnight ain't been right since he was trying to teach niggas how to make bitches orgasm, right?
Yeah, the pussy work. That is the beginning and the end of the Brian McKnight that we knew and loved when he was saying one last cry. That is the last thing. That is the last thing. That is a bookmark for him. He went a totally different direction. He became Dr. Doom. He became a villain. Like that was the point. He became a villain. For real, like he literally became a villain. We just didn't understand that he was becoming a villain.
Dog. So, okay, so what's funny is this shit that's coming out about Brian McKnight actually on Black Twitter, because now it's going viral, but it's been a thing on Black Twitter for a minute.
Right, but the thing with his son before was like a couple of years ago or like a year or two ago, where son was tripping. I got with Brian McKnight for that because your son just wants you to help you take care of him forever, and this nigga damn near 30. I got that.
Yeah.
But this is some different shit that he's on now.
I just want our people to be free. Free from thinking that white is right. And I feel like there's a certain threshold.
Is she Filipino or something?
Whatever.
I'm just saying. I thought she just looked a little bit more Asian. Let me see.
Dabbling in otherism does not make you elite. It does not make you great. If you ain't shit person, you an ain't shit person. And honestly, maybe all along, Brian McKnight ain't been an ain't shit person, and he's just allowing us to see the truth. Because like the fact that you were trying to play in your biological fully black kids' faces like this, like I want to beat your ass and you're not even my daddy.
100%.
Like I think he has 2 or 3 kids from his marriage to the black woman.
Mm-hmm. Which, all good. But the idea you saying like you taught me how to be a girl dad, and you know how I feel about my panda bear. Like the idea that I would just have a whole and that's not even my kid, her kid do some other shit and say that little girl taught me how to be a girl dad.
This is the best thing.
I have a conspiracy about this.
Okay, go ahead. I'm here.
I think he's jammed up for some other shit, and he's trying to make his current wife feel okay about who he is. So I think this has nothing to do with everything that we thinking about. He just ain't fucking because he got jammed up with some other chick. He did, and he's now trying to make himself look better and put himself out there better for her, and saying like, this is how much I love this family, because he got caught doing some other shit. He's overcompensating. That's an overcompensating situation.
So you know how niggas do? I fuck with that.
You know how niggas do? They'll be like,
yeah.
You know how many niggas we know that'll be like, they didn't fuck 30 chicks though. They'd be like, man, I love my wife. Ain't nothing else but to be with you. And you be like, nigga, I saw you on the Mocha Fest thing.
Like LeBron James?
Don't do that. No, we talking about Mocha Fest.
Oh, okay.
Like I saw you on the Mocha Fest video getting head. How you love your wife and your family.
Okay. So so think about that in that sense. Okay. So how that video of Chance the Rapper came out. And then they're like, and I was like, they're dancing. It's no big deal. But then the wife was like, kind of posted semi-cryptic messages, which I don't like shit like that, because I'm like, bitch, call it out. Like, call a spade.
Or my whole thing is, don't fuck up your potential money that you getting for child support and for your alimony. That money will get reduced if he ain't making no money. I don't know how women ain't figured that part out the game yet. How you want to stop my bag, but then expect you to get a bag? If you don't want to beat me, cool, but increase your bag by not fucking up my money.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would you? Okay, and then what you even posted was like, don't make sense. And then your ex-wife, I'm like, his ex-wife kind of spoke out like in just like, okay, my kids, like, you can't erase my kids and blah 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 blah, like, just kind of like, which I'm not mad at her saying anything.
He might have texted her and be like, I got jammed up. I got to send this thing out though. Don't trip. It's all good.
Yeah, but I don't know. Brian
McKnight got jammed up. I'm trying to tell people. People are like, oh, he's so horrible. He got jammed up, and he wanted to make his new wife feel so good about her position.
That could be very well true. That could be very well true, right?
Because that's some callous, crazy shit. The only way you do it is if you already jammed up. You only make callous, crazy decisions if you jammed up. It's like being with the police and being like, hey, man, Chris did it.
Yeah. And I guess, technically you could be right. He could have got caught up in something and now he overcompensating. But it's like, but the history of Brian McKnight, this is kind of on brand because he been playing in his kids' faces, regardless of like the 30-something, the dude that's almost 30. But it's been some weird shit happening. Like, I feel like it was some weird shit with him and the daughter. It was some weird shit with him and one of the other kids. So it's like, it's like you're giving weird, sir. And I don't like when people get into new relationships and try to exclude their kids from a previous relationship. That's like my little sister's dad, like, not fucking with her. And now he don't have kids with his wife. Like, he doesn't have kids with Diane, but like not including my little sister. I would beat Alan's ass. I love Alan. I really do. I love Alan. It took me a while to get here, but I love Alan.
Yeah, no.
And so, I'd be damned if like Alan played in my little sister's face. I'm telling you, like, I go to war for my for the family members that I fuck with. And there ain't a lot of them that I really mess with. But I'm just saying, like, you're not gonna.
Hey, yo, this episode's wild, yo.
It's the whiskey. I've been having a hard time. Too. Like, I'm sorry, yo. I'm giving y'all the best that I got, baby. Like, it's honestly, like, truly, like, I get what you're saying, but I feel like Brian McKnight has been a fuck nigga for a minute. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's kind of hard to decipher if there could have potentially been something else happening. That's all I'm saying.
It's just Brian McKnight, though, is the guy that you think. The reason I say he's a super villain is if you listen to those first 3-4 Brian McKnight, this super sensitive as a man, which is super dope, really conveying feelings as a man.
Right.
Like what relate your ups and downs of relationships. And then around 2011, 2010, we get the pussy work. And that took people understand, like, our younger listeners that may not have been around when pussy work came out. That was one of the biggest things on the internet that song came out. And he was dead serious sitting on the piano. Like, I got something I've been working on. Do-do-do-do. Let me show you how your pussy works.
Yes.
Like, yo.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, you remember how Smokey Robinson had that moment where, like,
the orgasm album he just came out with.
Like, it was worse, and so I mean, like, I feel like low key, I used to, and this is coming from a person, I thought Brian McKnight, even when I was younger, was very attractive. And
no,
I just hate it, like,
dude.
Huh?
Brian McKnight is an attractive dude.
He's an attractive dude, right?
Yeah.
I just hate when niggas switch up on me. Like I hate to switch up.
And he did
Like
the
words
switch
to
up.
Scotty ATL because I'm in that video, by the way. Never switch up. I'm in there. Um, but I just that'd be the thing that below me about people like and this is coming from a bitch that's telling you when the money is liquid, I'm switching up. And what I mean by switching up, I don't mean like I'm already bougie, but I'm like, I'm just gonna kick it up a notch for real. But am I still gonna cuss you out? Absolutely. It might be more proper, but I'm cussing you the fuck out. Like, you know what I mean? So I hope they can figure it out because this is coming from a person that be at odds with her family, right? Like I be at odds with my dad about like little shit, and my dad almost died for me to like, oh nigga,
So is
you
your
did this
sister
on
eyes with
purpose,
your dad as much?
huh?
Is your sister eyes with your dad as much?
My sister and my dad are probably closer. I would say we both to a certain degree are daddy's girl, but they definitely have more in common. But no, I'm not. I don't be fucking with my dad because of nigga shit. Like,
Okay.
and I and
She
I
fucks with
and
him more though than you. She fucks with him more than you do.
I would probably say right now it's probably the same level. Like my
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
So
because
it's a
it
real
was
fuck
something that
shit then if y'all
happened that
both ain't
made us
fucking.
kind of fall back. But then this nigga almost died, and then we was like, ah, you almost like. I was like, so when I took his number off the block, I was like, so you tried to die to make me unblock you? Okay, cool.
You tried to die to get me to unblock you. Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? And what's the weird thing about it is like I was telling my homeboy, shout out to Ray B. I was like, you want to know what's weird about like when my dad was in the hospital? I was like, what's weird is that I have been having like these weird dreams, and he had died in those dreams. And
Word.
so, and I was kind of telling my homeboy the situation. He was like, man, unblock him and call your dad. And I was like, nigga, you a leaver. You supposed to be on my side. And he was like,
No,
no,
but he was
like,
right about it. He was right.
huh?
He was right. He's right though.
Yeah, no, and he was right. And like I did call him. And my dad called me yesterday and checked in. He's like, well, I haven't heard from you. And I was like, I want to be like, nigga, you know I'm still mad at you. But it's cool, like I was just like, no, like I was like, dad, I just been kind of going through the motions a little bit. Life has been a little tough. On top of that, I have a dog, and my dog has been sick. Having a dog is like, to a certain degree, having a child. So I'm trying to make sure my dog is okay. I had to get this blood work and all this stuff done for her, on top of the hearing issue. So I've just been really frustrated, and so, he was listening and understanding and, whatever, being a dad. So he cool.
All right, so man, let's move forward. This is something I definitely wanted to get your input on. Is Ebony K. Williams has a little thing with the great Yana Van Zant. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna play it right now. Um, and in this clip, she says, we're just gonna play it right now. All right. So she says to her like, Ivana Van Zant asked her like, could you date a bus driver? Could you date a bus driver, Donna?
Um, I tried. I try not. I'm not a job shamer. I'm not a job shamer. Um, but I also, I'm gonna say this from my experience in dating. Would a bus driver be okay? Hold on. Would bus drivers be blue collar?
Yeah, and obviously they're blue collar. Blue collar. Yeah, they're blue collar.
I will say this. And this is not an excuse. Blue collar men really don't try to talk to me.
Really?
I don't recall blue like collared men that would be employed by someone necessarily trying to talk to me. And if they have, and I probably also being Aquarius and being aloof, I probably missed it. But you know, I've I've had a lot of men say that I appear a certain way, meaning that I often out here it's been told to me that I appear kept. Well, I'm doing the keeping.
What does that
So
mean? I mean, you are kept though.
yeah, because I take care of me.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
and that's why I was like, y'all say that that's like a bad thing. I say, but ain't nobody
No,
keeping me.
no.
Somebody might put something on the hair bill every once in a while, but that be coming out of my pocketbook. So I can't say if I would or not. Like I know somebody I know like two people that are bus drivers, but they've never tried to. Well,
Come on,
but
Dom.
I was
Stop it.
like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna,
because I ain't talked to the bus driver because I wasn't there. But I was like, I'm really trying to talk to your homeboy, and your homeboy is who I've been after. I didn't use you to get like, you know what I mean. But I'm like, I'm not finna. Well, I know I could. I feel like I could probably pull this other person, and that's no shade. But that's the person I really wanted to talk to.
that you were attracted to.
Yeah, that I was attracted to. So I mean, I think the thing is this is just like, you know, what and I had a cousin that was a bus driver in DC that retired, made an honest living or whatever. So I'm not gonna say you can't make some money, but I mean, are you gonna be able to always buy me a $4,000 Dior bag? Probably not. But that's no diss at you. But I don't know because I've never been in that situation. Like I can't say yay or nay because it's not that I don't relate to it. It's just that it hasn't been presented to me. If you feel me.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I can kind of get because you were saying that homegirl was like, well, if he owned the bus company, well, the city owns the bus company. So are you trying to still talk to somebody that works for Metro that's an executive? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get what Iyanla was saying too, but I think sometimes what happens, and it's something that I've thought about time and time again, it's just like, sometimes we come from this mindset like where men are supposed to be providers and handle shit, right? And so much has changed from, since women are working and women can make so much money, like an influx of money, they can make so much more money than men. Would you be okay with that? I think that's what she was trying to articulate to her, but it came out backwards.
Yeah. I can
Um,
see that.
yeah, and so for me, I'm like, if this person makes me happy, if this person is loving me out loud, if this person is making me feel seen, if they're doing right by me, are we equally yoked? And he might make a little less than me. I'm okay. I think I'd be okay with that because I feel like you're fulfilling me in all these other areas. And I know that at the end of the day, if something were to happen, like my kids would be good. Like these are things that we have to think about now. Like it's no more fun and games. Like we should all be dating intentionally, with a purpose. So I want to know those things. So if this person is checking all these boxes and he make a little less money than me, okay. Like look at Kerry Washington. She make more money than her dude.
I don't. No, that's not true.
He don't play football no more. He
That
probably
dude
still
made
got football money.
no. That money was super long though. For what
Yeah,
he was
no,
the
no,
best
no, no, no,
cornerback
no, no, no,
in
no.
the NFL at one
No,
point.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, so what I mean by that is this: is it coming in how it was?
But it was so long that it don't even matter. That dude
Okay,
was the number one
but
cornerback in
he's
the league.
okay. He's okay with her being in the spotlight.
There you go. Then that's different. That's different.
He's okay, and I can say that because yesterday at the Met, that was a bad bitch. Kerry
We'll
Washington,
talk
that's
about
the
that in a
best I've
second.
ever seen her look.
Hold on that. Hold on to that. We'll talk about the Met in a
Oh no,
second.
I'm gonna tell you this. But how when she was still taking photos, he was kind of more at the top, and you saw him look down. baby.
But you let her have her position, and that's a strong motherfucker to be able to do that. Let a woman be fucking shining.
Yeah, and I think that's hard for. I'm not gonna say all, but for some men, right? Because I've always been open and honest, even when I was dating in St. Louis, about moving to LA, trying to fulfill my prophecy, like my dream and all these different things. And, even now it's like, like person is like, like, oh, you're famous and blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm not famous. My friends are famous because my friends are famous. Like I have like friends that are famous and and that's not a bad thing, but those are my genuine friends, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so he was like, people stop you when you go out. I was like, you're being dramatic. That's like every blue moon that happens, but how often is a blue moon?
So,
So
so my thing is with it is everybody can be right with
yeah.
this. It's your personal preference. Is what if you want to rock the game like that. Ebony has every right to want what she wants like that. But on the flip
Okay,
side
hold
of the
on.
game
Wait,
as well,
D, can
yeah,
you hear that?
I don't hear nothing.
Okay, you hear that?
Nobody hears nothing.
Okay, good. Because I'm not high either. But though I low key probably should have taken the edible because that might have been an even more roller coaster for us tonight. That would have been real fun. But no, the
No,
dog.
no, no, no. But
I put the dog in her crate before we were recording. So yeah.
no, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, she's snoring. And I was like, can y'all hear that? Because that's real loud. And I ain't even got my hearing aids in.
No, I can't hear anything.
Okay,
At least
cool.
the mic's not picking it up. So
Okay.
I mean, the main thing is like Ebony has every right that she wants to rock like that, and that's
Yeah.
what she wants in a person. Now, the trick bag of it is 99% of y'all can't do what she do. Now I heard that though. I did hear that part.
Okay, hold on. Pass.
You
Because I'm like
got live
wondering.
dog in the
Because,
building.
yeah, because I'm wondering if she gonna throw up or if it's just like her scratching her throat. Pax, drink some water. Okay, anyway.
So no, Ebony can do that though. Ebony K.
Yeah,
Williams is a bad
Ebony
chick. She
can
got
do
her
that.
own
Ebony
brand.
can
She's
have
a
a
lawyer.
preference. It's okay.
But if you were a chick working at Marshall's and you are the second shift manager and you think that you can say that you don't want a bus driver, that's a different thing. And that's the
Oh,
only
okay.
thing.
Hold on. Keep
Nope, you
talking.
can't
Keep
do that.
talking.
Nope, you can't do that. You can't do that, listeners. You can't do that. There's levels to everything. Same thing with men that say that I need to have some type of woman that this is model chick with all this doing all that. You don't have. You don't. You ain't in that bandwidth, pimp. You ain't in that bandwidth. You not. As the great TLC said, stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to.
Ah,
No, but
ah.
not now at in the same moment, men will also they have the ability to be able to go get a woman that works at Jiffy Lube or Burger King as a cashier. She bad and get her and want to be with her and be her and say like I'm gonna be with you. You ain't got no money. I'm gonna be with you. Men have the luxury of doing that. Now, that's old school thought process. I don't know any man that has went into a Burger King or anywhere low key or lower value and be like, you know what? I'm gonna save her. Most of those women are already kind of like got themselves at least aesthetically set up to be at a different level, if that makes sense. Like nobody's going into their like, yo, this is girl Burger King. I think I'm gonna save her. I want her. I want to uplift her life.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of tricky because
The whole thing is tricky. Let you play what you want. You play this game you want to play with. You whatever it results with is up to you. Period. Male or female. And also, I'm tired, y'all. I remember the days where we were able to not know all the bullshit that was going on the rest of the world. You didn't know these many girls had fat asses. You didn't know these many dudes had money. You was in Louisville, Kentucky, and you just liked the little dope dealer that had a little bit of bread that lived there and could take care of you and make sure you can go to the little speakeasy downtown in Louisville. Now you found out you bad nationwide. Dope dealer dude, you found out you can go fly out somebody from LA. That's what made this thing way more toxically indifferent. And Ebony's talking to a certain section of women, not all women. All women cannot feel that way. It's like all men can't think that you're gonna better get a Melissa Ford. Same principles.
I don't know, like, because here's the thing though. Men,
because if you're gonna get the chick at Burger King, no Dom, and you be like, man, she got a potential, you gotta pay for her to get the Melissa Ford level. She ain't coming right out the box looking like a Melissa Ford just working at Burger King. Because now she already been inundated with
here's the thing, like men historically, like to a certain degree, like they date down. You know, it's also it's kind of like
I think the dating down is harder now because you find now before I can find you.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm just saying from my perspective, I'm a 42-year-old man, and if I just meet somebody that even, let's say they even 15 years younger than me, it would never happen ever in this spectrum of my life, but let's say it did, and I meet her, she like, man, she kind of cute, man. I'm gonna try to build her up. If she's fine enough, from my perspective, she has already known she's been fine for a long time and has already built herself up to that level that she's that fine enough for me to want to fuck with, if that makes sense, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
It's so
you just ain't beating nobody off the bench.
Yeah. I mean,
she knew the way this society is now. She knew she's fine at 21 because somebody already tricked off on her at 21.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just feel like, I don't know. I still feel like it's this weird catch-22 when it comes to
if Ebony wants to not do that, and like you want to miss your blessings potentially, or a man that will love you, that's her perspective. That's her. You playing this game. It's a game. It's going to the gambling facility. It's rolling the dice. It's saying like, hey, I can't get mad at anybody for feeling the way they want to feel to play the game they want to play it.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. What's wild.
You can't be bitching though either on the back end. That's my only caveat.
You say what?
You can't be bitching on the back end about how niggas ain't shit on the back end. If you're trying to go after the 1 to 10% of niggas and you're like, niggas ain't shit. You can't, nope, not doing it.
It's still niggas ain't shit. But
no. Overall, yes. The principle stays the same. But I'm just saying you can't be like, you haven't opened up your palate for this level to be able to say that. You only trying to fuck with the niggas is doing this. And you know how many motherfuckers, dude, real talk, man. I was like, I was trimming out the middle of my homeboys. Like, dude, he's like, dude, we make like in the top 15, 20, 10% of money, period, in the world. And I'm like, oh, he's like, nigga, go look up that shit. So I look it up. And I'm like, oh shit. The average median salary in the US for anyone is $34,000.
Yeah, I think it's this. It's just like, you really gotta. Okay, it's all.
Play the game. No, I'm not mad at anybody playing the game.
It's Monopoly. It's never ending. It's Monopoly. Yes. It really is. But you gotta kind of know how to play. And sometimes you fumble. And I've been a bitch that's fumbled before, like trying to like roll the die again. And
figured out the dumb.
But it set me back. And I'm like,
get them hotels on Oriental and them Baltic places and be living it up.
Yeah,
or try to get boardwalk. It's just the same thing with men. Or like,
but that's the thing. It's okay. So that's what I'm saying. I was like, I go back and I'm like, and then I land and so it's.
I'm just saying you ain't gotta be. We taking this Monopoly motif you just brought in. I ain't saying you gotta go buy Oriental Place and all those places in Baltic Avenue and all those. But that is a route. You can build that up and be a hotel.
You could, but then the Aquarius in me is gonna shoot for the stars.
No. And I ain't mad at that. But you gotta be a bad chick to be able to get them stars.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. It's just
that's the trick bag about it.
But here's the thing though, like, and we talk about like appearances and looks all the time.
I ain't talking about appearances. my thing is energy and how much you
So
feel.
that's what
If
I was
you a
gonna say.
boss,
Like if you floating through and you be vibey, like you can get far. But if you fucked up, that's with anybody. Like it don't matter. Like if your attitude is fucked up, I don't care if you look like motherfucking Rihanna or Beyonce or Kehlani, whoever you think is attractive, right? But if you got a shitty personality and attitude, nobody's gonna want to deal with it, whether it be
they'll
hetero.
do it for a time period for whatever you have. You got enough bread, you got good
Yeah,
personality, you look good, whatever it may be. They'll deal with it for a certain time period, but who wants to deal with that long term?
yeah. And there's like a difference between you. So I think it's tricky. It's tricky.
And I go back to the main thing is none of us know what the fuck we doing with this whole life. We just all trying people.
And and,
Like
and
straight up, we don't know
nobody
what the fuck we doing.
and
Like
we
that's
don't. That's real. That's real because like, we've talked about this before, like the concept of dating. Like people really don't teach us how to date. Like they teach us how to do all these different
but,
things, but they don't
what
teach us
is
how to
dating though?
interact
It
with people.
changes. It's like saying like I pitched or I was a baseball player in the 70s and I pitched a certain way. It changes now. Like so, even if you knew how to date, it changes up. It's literally a changing thing because
Yeah, it
people are constantly
does.
evolving.
It's really interesting because like talking to people like in our age bracket or maybe like a little younger, like a few years younger, so maybe like your age or like a couple years older, like there's this weird thing that like dichotomy that's happening, and it's just like the conversation is, we no one taught us how to be partners. No one taught us how to do this or that. Like our parents didn't talk to us about what requires somebody to be a wife or a husband, or what. We're all just trying to like figure it out and hoping for the best, and if not, like, yeah, it knocks you down a little bit, but it's starting back over and kind of learning from like your mistakes a little bit. But then some people don't realize that they the problem, like, so it's like a whole cycle of things that are happening, and you have like generational things that come into play, sometimes too, like I was saying earlier. And it's weird. So it's definitely tough. And even right now, like I observed something, and it kind of solidified something that I knew already, but it kind of just like really made it what's the word I'm looking for? Uh Very present for me. And so like now there's a conversation that I had to be had. And I'm just hoping that the person on the receiving end receives it, that I'm not trying to come at them crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, hey, this happened, and I want to give you an example, and maybe if I give you an example, this you could understand it better. Because I don't want to be gaslit. Like I don't like when people try to gaslight me or like play with me when it comes to my feelings. And because ego. And I feel like that's something that is ever present in like relationships sometimes too, is that people have egos, and we're afraid to be vulnerable. And we know that that's kind of hard to be vulnerable people. So when we get to a certain state where we're like, we can process and figure out what's happening, and you feel a certain type of feel just in general, and to be able to speak up about your feelings, and somebody tries to slap it down.
Slap you in the face.
Yeah, it's like it's really weird. So I haven't had that conversation. I'll follow up with y'all. But yes, it's relationships be hard, but not harder than what Pras is about to
No,
come
no,
with.
no, no. We gotta go to Met Gala. You gotta get your Met Gala.
Really?
Hey, real quick.
Okay. All right. All right.
Real
All
quick,
right.
the Met Gala section. You give your. I have no idea about none of this fashion shit.
Okay.
You
Okay.
get
So
2 minutes.
super
Let's
quick,
go.
y'all. I just wanna for my fashionistas and nistos. Um, the Met Gala happened last night. It was the first Monday in May, as we like to call it every year. The Met has a gala, which is a fundraiser for the art for the Met in New York, and it goes toward like all these different themes, and it's always themed. Some people like to call this fashion's Halloween night. which is fun. But
Mhm.
this year's theme was Karl Lagerfeld, A Line of Beauty. For you, those that don't know who Karl Lagerfeld is, he was the head designer at Chanel, as well as Fendi, Chloe, Balmain, all these other places. So last night's theme was to embody some form of Karl Lagerfeld's legacy. You know, he passed in 2019, and it was giving, it was given a little bit. Now I'm gonna say this. I said in my reel, I wanted y'all to come and show up because you ain't have to do too much. Like Karl Lagerfeld really didn't create new silhouettes or anything. He played with what was already there and kind of perfected it a little bit. But it was some of y'all that was like overwhelming in an underwhelming way. Lil Nas X, what was that? You know what I mean? But
I had
I
to Google.
will.
I had to Google the brother. This I didn't. I never heard of him. This
Oh,
I didn't.
you never? Oh my God, he has a Barbie, and you know how I feel about Barbie, and I'm
Yeah,
trying to get
I
my
had
hands
to
on
figure
that
it out. I
Barbie.
had to figure him out.
Yes,
He wears
Karl
gloves all the time.
Lagerfeld is.
He looked like he got them driving gloves back in the day in the 80s. You saw
Yes,
brother come with his driving gloves, driving his Trans Am in the 80s.
he definitely had a signature look.
Shout out to my uncle Wendell, who had a Jerry curl and the driving gloves.
Well,
Uh,
he didn't have a Jerry curl,
yeah, I
but
know,
he
but my uncle did, and his Jerry curl was popping, and he literally had them driving gloves. Shout out to him, everything. Like he was so cool to me at 6 years old, sitting there at that Jerry curl with them driving gloves.
that's hilarious. That's cute. That's also very cute. So he had a very distinguished look. How you saw Karl Lagerfeld when you Googled him, that's pretty much how he always looked. He had a uniform. So he would always wear the white button up, the black skinny tie, and the blazer. Black
Damn, yeah, yeah, I'm
slacks.
looking at him right now. Damn.
So just super like dapper, sleek. That was Karl Lagerfeld. And so you wanted to kind of play on like different things that he was doing. But I will say this, there were only a couple of people. I'm not gonna say anybody wowed me.
Yeah, I mean, Puffy looked like he was a Valerian from Game of Thrones from the House of Dragons.
So what's funny is that design is from Sean John, the House of Sean John, Sean John. That's what we're gonna call it
He
tonight since
looked
we.
like he was on Game of Thrones.
And so in his with his look, there's a Camilla flower, or is it Camilla? Camilla, depending on who you're talking to, if American or French.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flower that's like a signature flower when you purchase or buy Chanel, that comes with your purchase, and it's not real, but it's like a leather flower or whatever. And so his cape had that flower all over it, as well as
Oh, he had
like.
a cape. He had a cape. I am going to purchase me a cape at some point.
Yeah, I'm like, that was the cape, and as well as like Cardi B's dress. She had two looks, but and then Rihanna, when she finally arrived, because she only, went outside for about an hour before she hit the after parties. When she arrived, she had a kind of similar look, like cape, hooded cape type look that also embodied the white camellia flower. But I would say this, kudos to ASAP Rocky, because ASAP Rocky embodied one of Karl Lagerfeld's looks that was kind of forgotten. So Karl Lagerfeld did a look where he did his signature like blazer, white button up and tie, but he wore a kilt. And so that was ASAP, paying homage to Karl by dressing like that, because we knew for the most part everybody was just gonna have some sort of, oh, I'm gonna dress as Karl, but I'm gonna make it fun and updated and quirky. And the bottoms were always either the Chanel quilted bottom or something that was like black or whatever, in a different way though. So I like him, stepping outside the box and doing that. But I'm gonna say this. Um, Yara Shahidi has like, we know she grown, right? But notoriously, like, and historically in her fashion career in this journey, she always dresses like she is like 5 years old. And for the first time, I feel like go through some of her looks. Marsai Martin would wear things that you felt like could probably be on Yara, and what Yara was wearing should be on Marsai because Marsai was younger. There was a very elementary look to Yara Shahidi, and last night she found her sexy. And what I mean by that, her finding her sexy, I feel like she finally realized that she was a woman, that she was an attractive woman, and that she kind of has like a little sex appeal. It was like she did just enough, and I was proud of her.
Oh, she was looking bad though.
Yeah,
Damn.
she looks amazing,
Damn.
right?
All right. Well, god damn.
See, Yara never dresses like that, and so I was impressed.
No, that's dope. Woo,
And,
all right,
and I'm gonna say this about Young Miami, and then we can move on.
Was young Miami was at the Met Gala?
Young Miami went to the Met Gala. This was her first Met
Wow,
Gala.
we let the goddamn city girls there. Damn.
So, but here's the thing: the Met now is more so about popularity a little bit. It's not about necessarily you being a fashionista or fashionista, which is also interesting because I was not impressed with Naomi Campbell's look. It was very
but she's also so like
no, you know Karl Lagerfeld, like no Karl. Naomi knows these people, so it's a difference. Girl, look at her. And she just, girl, go get just chill. We almost done. And so, it was very like, it was just okay to me. Like, I wanted Naomi to come as Naomi that walked for Chanel in the 90s. And I felt like the Miss Mark, everybody, Chanel is also known for like the pearls. Like you got the Chanel pearls, you got the Camila Rose, you got the boy bag that like a lot of the like Chanel has a very specific bag that the girls have, right? But people forgot about the chains, the leather line like chains, right? Mm-hmm. So Young Miami, like when she went to the after party, posted a look, and it was like a cage, which is also but it was like a leather, not a cage, but it was like more like a corset, and then it had like the Chanel chains on it, right? It was fire. Nobody really did anything like that on the red carpet, but this was her after party look. And then you know how the Chanel C's interlock. Hold on. I don't want like I'm throwing a crit, but I'm throwing a crit, but I'm not.
The double C.
The double C's, but it said CG for City Girls. So I'm like, so I commented and was like, okay. I was like, honestly, this could have been your Met look and you still would have ate. And she responded. Originally, this was supposed to be my outfit.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. She would have ate. She would have ate because it was fire. Because it was she would have won solely because I'm thinking that's what I was saying. Like when it comes to silhouette, y'all know I love her. And so the guys are probably like skip. But I'm telling y'all, like Linda Evangelista, like there's a photo of her and she kind of like she in this corset and she got the Chanel chains like in the 90s. She got the short hair and she got like the cuffs and all of this stuff. And it's just like nobody thought to redo that look. Y'all pulling from the archives of the Chanel's like, and that's what they were doing too. A lot of people pulled from the Chanel archives. And did their looks, but they really didn't do nothing with it. So I'm gonna say this: the men definitely came to eat. Like now that I slept on it, I kind of like Pusha T's look. He was dressed in Tom Brown. But Tom Brown dressed him. They dressed Janelle Monáe, but Janelle Monáe was fire. What's the chick from motherfucking Wednesday? Jenna Ortega. She was fire. So it was some people that were, and what's her face? They also, Tom Brown also dressed Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor was fire too. But yeah, like that's it.
So is there any way I could just wear a hoodie there?
So technically you could. That's what Frank Ocean did a couple years ago. It was like he wore just like some dress slacks and a Prada
No, I'm talking
pullover.
about I'm looking like I'm going to the supper club in New York, and I'm just got on a hoodie, jeans, and I'm all Carl Canai out, like a full Carl Canai fit. I might even do the short set.
Maybe not Carl Canai.
Why not? No, I'm doing the Carl Canai short. I'm showing love to black designers. I got the short set fit
He's
on.
a little controversial. I mean,
Why is he
honestly,
controversial?
I'm gonna be honest. What designer is it?
But why is he controversial? Why is he controversial?
Carl Canai was caught up in some like fondling, like some Me Too type shit.
Oh shit! I didn't know about this. Hold on, damn! I just bought one. Too. I just bought a polo.
Like, and I used to work with a girl who, like, sister, like when he was trying to do like a revival, her sister like was modeling for him, and he was still a sleazeball.
No, don't tell me that. Let me see. I don't see it on the Wikipedia page. Let me see if I can dig into the rafters. Let me see what's going on. Damn, I don't see nothing. You have to send me an article on that before I don't wear Carl Canai somewhere.
Yeah.
So don't fuck with Carl Canai. So our last topic, Pras Michelle. This is the most interesting case that maybe people aren't talking about too much. Maybe they are, though. It is what it is. Pras has been convicted of basically moving money from of he's like a villain too. The dude he's Indonesian that was 20 million from an Indonesian brother, moving it into presidential campaigns and moving around to other different people through him. I feel bad for Pras, man.
Okay. First question.
Yeah.
Of all the people, why Pras?
Well, no. This is the thing. Pras is a very intelligent dude and very, very speaks well. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm not saying that he don't. I'm not taking that from him. But the whole thing is like weird because when the headlines dropped, I was like, wait, who did what?
I knew about this from years ago. He had got indicted like a couple of years ago. So
doing what?
This is for this.
So is that on? Well, yeah, because they were saying when I was reading the article that he also, like, as like a donor,
he was in those CPACs for Obama. He got involved with the CPACs of Obama back in the day. So by like 06, 07, he had got down with that. And he was doing a whole bunch of dope stuff in the background, man. At least I thought. But, in the background, like I heard like interviews with him and different things he's moving with and trying to do some things to push Obama. He's one of the first celebrities to endorse Obama. Period.
Right. Okay. So yes, but it's like
that's how he got his cachet. You know what I'm saying? He got his cachet from that.
Yeah, and so when I was like, kind of, I'm like, okay, he gave money to the Obama campaign. It's not fully like he might have gave something to the Trump campaign because he was trying to get somebody off for something, and
that goes into John Forte. Well, that goes back. People think that he was involved with John Forte getting out of jail, the rapper that was on Staying Alive. Remember the song "Staying Alive" they did with all them? John Forte got jammed up with cocaine at the airport with some girls, and George Bush, in the end of his presidency, got John Forte out.
Oh, I never knew that they
like
thought
07,
that.
Like around 07.
Okay.
John Forte
I never knew that they were trying to say that Pras was like. So here's the thing.
But Pras was doing what white people do though. So that's a part of me is like, that's what the fuck they've been doing.
I mean, yeah, because for real, you would think that his sentence will be longer than 20 years. Like that, like he's looking at 20 years. He hasn't been sentenced.
Yeah, and they say they're government informant. And I first of all, I need y'all black people to not go into the. You see the whole thing what they brought the Tupac thing though. When Tupac was just in the Fugees. You see that shit? It's
No.
like, oh yeah, they said Tupac told people that he was an informant back then. Tupac was just dissing him in general. He did not know he was an informant. All this shit is in the mid 2000s, the late 2000s, where he was getting involved with this shit. Period. Because he said Pac has a line. Like, they gonna be telling Fuji's try to do me, bitches ain't no motherfucking movie. Like Pac is just talking shit. Love my nigga Pac, love him to death. But that is not what he was doing then at that point. He wasn't a prophesizer. He didn't know that Tupac didn't know, y'all. Stop this whole thing that Tupac was.
What if Tupac knew? What if it was?
See, no, don't do this, Dom. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this, Dom. Don't do this, Dom.
Because I'm okay. The whole thing.
People saying that he was still alive. That's why he knew and everything because he's still alive.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, the whole thing is crazy. I was reading the CNN article, and it's like he was in with this dude named.
Oh, the brother.
Is it? It's not Cho, but somebody named his name is Wupo or Wupe, and like they was trying to get somebody else out, and then it's like the main dude that they don't have, but that they think is like somewhere in China, had given him 2 payouts. One was 20 mil, one was 100 million.
Joe Low.
Yes. And so
he's Malaysian, not Indonesian too. My bad.
And so, Pras is like, I wasn't funneling that money or doing anything with it. I thought that was for my personal gain and use because I was starting a media company, but I'm not saying that he was an investor.
He did start a media company that was trying to pop up. I thought it was going to pop. Because I remember interviews with him. Rest in peace to the great Combat Jack. He was on Combat Jack talking about this media company. And it was actually an official website. I put my email in there and everything.
Yeah, it's like, and this is not a knock to Pras.
No. I guess this is white people's fault. I'm gonna tell you why. This dude figured, you know what? I can do what they do. Because I'm trying to get a leg up on I'm not dropping no more albums. I ain't got shit else left. I got Ready or Not, third verse is the best thing I've ever got. The third verse on Fuji Lie. That's all I got. I only got Ghetto Superstar. That's all I got left. I got to use the little bit of celebrity I have to leverage myself to get something out of life.
So wait.
And it's because of white privilege that he wasn't able to do that. Boom.
Okay, you're pushing it. Do we think because of these accusations, do we think this is why the Fugees ultimately canceled their tour though last year? Remember they had a few days.
Lauryn Hill's a basket case. I can't even say that because Pras would have been. I think it's Lauryn Hill. It's okay. Lauryn Hill's a basket case.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill owes tax money. She need that bread too. Don't matter.
Well, I don't think she owed no more. I think she paid her just.
Did she go to jail for a little minute?
I feel like she might. It might not have been like a little minute, but I feel like they probably arrested her for it, and then she got out. But that's because you remember Lauren was still touring. That's how she ended up touring still.
She had to tour a whole bunch to get to pay that bread. Look, and Lauren's one of the best to ever do this shit. Don't get it twisted. One of the best women MCs. I think she had wrapped circles around Nicki if she ever put up enough material. Period.
Yeah.
But
it's just strange. Again, I'm not trying to knock Pras. I just on my 2024 calendar didn't see Pras on it anywhere, to be honest. You know what I mean?
But he was doing small stuff. Like he's got a documentary about being on Skid Row for like 3-4 months living. like he was doing like and trying to like show like how it happens and people really live on Skid Row and going through what they do and how hard it is there. Like he was doing some things in the background that we didn't know about that he's trying to grow and flourish because he don't have the name as much as Wyclef or Lauren. He got to figure out other ways and to maneuver.
But still, with all of that being said, I did not have Pras on my 2024 calendar being indicted for being an informant. I did not. You didn't either.
But he wasn't even an informant. He just went. But if you read the stuff though, he just went to tell on homeboy Joe Lowe.
Yeah, he did. So that's the thing. It's like that.
The informant thing is real. He just told on one dude because he thought it was some shady shit he was doing. Which is fucked up because he really dropped the bag.
Snitching because then the niggas start coming to look at you, and so I feel like that's the only part that he was doing. And so, which is why his attorney is hoping that this is like a mistrial, like it'll end up becoming a mistrial because.
But he's already convicted. It can't be a mistrial.
He's not convicted. Well, yes, but he's hoping that it'll be overturned. Like it'll be.
Oh, then he can get back and get it overturned. Yeah. But because they can say, "Now I cooperate and try to help you out to try to get this dude that was embezzling money and doing some corrupt shit in the U.S. Can you look out for me?"
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I don't know. Part of me is like, man, they're going to have to find me if they find him.
Well, they ain't gonna find the Asian dude because
they ain't found me either.
They're not gonna find and then
they ain't found me either. You got to get him to get me.
I don't know, like, once
I wonder if he blew the top of like I'm involved with this by going to the FBI in general. Like,
he probably
not even know.
He probably did because then it's like, well, how would you know this information? And then they take a deep dive.
You find him,
and so you trying to be a good Samaritan. I'm like, listen, once that money cleared that was wired into my account, the way I would have been in Cuba or in a country where I couldn't be extradited.
No. They ain't gonna extradite me. You gotta find him to find out why he sent me the 20 mil. Prove whatever he sent it to me for.
And then still, like, I would think to cover your ass, y'all would have had some sort of legal document that would have.
That he invested in some company that I'm sure they have that as well.
Because you even saying that he didn't invest, I thought it was mine because he wanted to meet Obama and he wanted to meet Donald Trump and just have a conversation.
He did some crazy shit by like putting a little bit of money here and there, like through different CPACs and things like that to funnel money to the Democratic Party. He did do that shit though too.
He told on himself.
He shouldn't have did it. You gotta find him to find him.
That's what I mean. Like, how you gonna do some nigga shit and do some slick shit and then probably would have got away with it, but then this motherfucker shady. So it was like you was trying to out somebody before they outed you.
Oh no, he was trying to get ahead of it before anybody tried to tarnish his name. Now he might.
That's what I was saying.
I think he was thinking like, I'm not gonna get arrested, but I want my name to stay good. So let me get ahead of it. So like, if anything comes out saying that I was involved with this, even though they can't convict me, my name is tarnished. You just had my name tarnished then. I've been sitting in the $20 million he gave me, and I just been posted up. And you got to find.
I hope he move some money because don't Pras. I hope you move some shit for your kids. Shit.
I don't even know
niggas when it comes to kids.
I don't think Pras got kids, to be honest. I think he was kind of like more of a bachelor. Yeah, he don't have no kids.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought he was more of like a bachelor, kind of moving and grooving. Doing his thing. But yeah, it's a bad situation, man. And I hope that but 10 criminal charges, man. Like, God.
10.
Damn.
Like, you are hanging by a prayer like Tory Lanez, okay?
Shout out to Tory Lanez is trying to get a mistrial now going on too in his situation.
And they pushed that shit back. They delayed that. Bro, here's the thing. You called the girl Kelsey. You apologize. That's all they needed. Regardless of DNA, whatever, you apologize. If you didn't do it, I'm not apologizing for shit that I didn't do. I'm not.
Yeah, that's real. Damn.
So
Yeah,
just
man.
saying.
Pras, man, hold your head, brother. I know you was trying to do some white shit,
Pras.
shit
This is your. Don't listen to this, nigga. Wait, this
that way. No, no, no.
nigga.
Hold your head, man. I know you was trying to do
Don't hold
some.
your. You shouldn't have snitched. Like, and I'm.
That's
If
true.
somebody asked me if I saw something and my life is on the line, I'm telling. But you started something that didn't need to be started. It's wild.
Pras, hold your head, brother. Hold your head. Hold your head up, man. It's all good, man. Hopefully this judge don't
Ghetto
throw catch.
superstar. That is what you are not.
Yeah, I mean, that's we might not be getting to the Fuji's tour for a reunion tour for a while. Hopefully we can get him 6 months to a year, and then he maybe restitution. And he could come out here, do his thing, get himself back. Because he was, like I said, he was doing some positive shit too. So
We'll see.
but we are wrapping up another episode of Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Dom, where can people hit you up at?
If you want to cash at me, like Young
Yeah.
Miami, Tender Lovings, Instagram, St. Angeles, YouTube, St. Angeles. Please subscribe to my Instagram. Well, no, I yes, please follow me on Instagram. Please subscribe to my YouTube. I also have an amazing candle line called St. Angeles. Mother's Day is
It's
coming
always
up.
in the show notes at the bottom. You click right
Always
on.
in the show notes, but Mother's Day is also coming up. So be on the lookout for a promo code because I want to start shipping those orders, out this week. Because Mother's Day is May 14th, I believe, Sunday, whatever not this upcoming Sunday, but the following Sunday. So y'all need stuff for your mom. So stop buying her flowers, buy her a floral scent candle. That will last her maybe about a month or a little over a month, depending on how long she burns it. So, flowers start to die a couple of days afterwards. Was it worth your $60 or $70? Because they about to hike up the prices like it's Valentine's Day.
Of course,
Shop
of course.
the candle line.
They don't never do that for Father's Day though, but it's all good.
Some of y'all need candles for Father's Day. I'm gonna be
No, I'm talking about the jack up the prices. Like they act like we ain't got.
y'all
we only
stuff
got
just being expensive in general.
Is it?
I feel like men's stuff be expensive because y'all don't shop as often as women.
So it's not. It's more of a markup because they don't move as much units.
Yep.
I've heard of that before. Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Well, man, thank y'all for listening as always. Pras, hold your head up. Mocha Fest. Maybe y'all are.
Put your clit up and your dick up.
Oh shit. Mocha Fest, put your clit up. And we will see y'all soon. Peace.